guys, how's it going? And welcome back to the channel. Now if you're new here and you love seeing some really awesome animals like some of the ones we are going to show right now in this video, highly recommend going down there, hitting that subscribe button, even that like button for me. Really appreciate it. That's it. So then kicking off this reptile room tour, we're going to be starting out with my Leopard Gecko enclosure. Now I've had my Leopard Gecko for a little bit now. I want to say a month, maybe 2 months, 4 to 6 weeks I would say. I got him in this 3 foot by 18 inch by 12 inch Exoterra. So far he's been loving it. Of course I got this nice blue substrate. I'm meaning to go bioactive, however it is taking a turn before or until after I make the move, at which point we'll be doing a planted bioactive enclosure for him. But for now, this is a pretty rad setup. Yeah, not too much else to say. Cute little gecko and a cool little setup. Yes, before you guys leave the comments down there is a red bulb. It's a temporary thing. I have some bulbs shipping in a day or two, and that's just holding me up. No, it's not left on 24/7. It's just during the day. Please refrain the comments. Moving on. Then before heading down to the bottom part of this shelf, we do have these two little baby bins. Of course, these are going to be the gargoyle babies that we hatched out last year. These guys are just adorable. I've waited so long to hatch out my own gargoyle babies because I think really they make the cutest gecko baby out of any of the gecko species. Yeah, great guys. I cannot wait to produce more this year. I'm really excited to get kicked off in the gargoyle gecko project. Then coming down here, we just got a couple breeder bins and then some grow out bins. These two right here are part of my Super Dalmatian project. We've got the Chocolate Super Dal Cookie and then the Tiger Super Dal Xena. Now, unfortunately, last year in 2020, neither of these geckos produced for me. For some reason, they were just laying infertile eggs the whole year. Really sucked, especially with Xena, considering that she made me some fantastic Tiger Super Dals last year. So hopefully this year in 2021, we can get these ladies paired, we can get them producing viable eggs, and then make some amazing Super Dal babies. And now speaking of Xena babies, these two grow up bins right here. I decided to keep 2 holdbacks from her. We have the first one here, which is actually going to be a female holdback. She should be producing either late this year or potentially 2022. We'll have to weigh her again, however. With this one, while she doesn't have as many spots as the one that's going to be next, she does have these incredible tiger bandings that I just liked too much to the point where I'm like, I don't really want to leave this gecko. Really awesome tiger stripes. Let's keep this one back and see what she can produce. And then behind her we have what really was the best baby out of 2019. It was an incredible baby. As you can see, it's just getting better with age. These incredible tiger bands, the spots, man. So many spots on this gecko. It is incredible. I cannot wait till this male is grown out fully to the point where we can either pair her back with Xena, or in case we get something better, pair them to them and just get some incredible or even more incredible Super Dals, really, because that guy right there, that's an incredible gecko. And then moving on to this next shelf, I know a couple of you guys have been asking because you've seen it in the background. Actually, in this one, we are keeping the blue tongue skink. Moved him over into this enclosure. This is a 3 foot by 18 inch by 2 foot, one of the Exoterras. Now, I don't think this is going to be his permanent home. After the move, I think we're actually going to be switching him into probably a 4x2 grow tent and then moving the jungle carpet into this enclosure, just because of the fact of, with the jungle carpet being a little bit more arboreal, I feel like she'll utilize this setup a lot better than no offense, buddy, but those legs aren't made for climbing. They're not made for climbing. That's just the honest truth. Down on this shelf, we have a few more Exoterra setups. This one is the 18 by 18, which is housing one of my gargoyle geckos. That's actually the male that produced some of those babies. We'll check out the female in a little bit. She's a bit over there. And then right next to her, we actually have one of the first reptiles I've ever owned. Going from this guy about 4 to 5 years ago to the pretty much, I believe we're at like 100 reptiles now. Alma was the second reptile I've ever owned. He's been in this Exoterra for quite a few years now. The plants are not as good as what they used to be. However, Almo's been doing great in this thing. He'll probably live out the rest of his life unless I, maybe just set him up in a bigger enclosure. But for now, today's 18 by 18 by 24 is perfect for him, and he's loving it. And then coming up over here, we got a few little 12 by 18s. These are just some grow out crested geckos, including Spots. Now, Spots with the gecko I bought as a tiny little baby, like I believe 2 years ago, for like $60, and he's finally grown into a ready to breed adult that is just incredible. It was a really bang for your buck option right here. Spots is amazing. This isn't actually Spots, this is Spice. I get my geckos confused sometimes. Spice is incredible. Great banding, some beautiful ink blotting, even red spots on here. I cannot wait to pair Spice with Xena, who we saw earlier. They are gonna make some incredible Super Dow Tigers. Then right next then we just got the list of our little babies that we did not sell last year in 2020. Right now, just due to where I'm at in New England, it is just too cold to ship, so we just got some little cute Crested Gecko babies that we are keeping until it warms up and we can finally sell them. If my weak knees will let me bend down. There we go. We got some frog setups here. We got this nice 15-gallon and 29-gallon planted bioactive vivarium. Right here on the left is going to be my White's tree frog, and on the right are going to be my red-eye tree frogs. Not too much to say. These are really cool looking enclosures, and honestly, man, with these guys, I'm actually thinking about getting some more frog species, maybe diving into some like dark frogs, just because I've really enjoyed my time with these guys, especially the White's tree frog. I do plan on getting a larger vivarium and actually getting a couple more White's tree frogs because I've really just enjoyed mine so much that I kind of need more. Then heading on to the last shelf, we have absolutely nothing. I'm just kidding, we've got some little croc skink bins. I use bins for my crocodile skinks just for humidity reasons. It retains humidity a lot better, and I just have an easier time with using the bins versus something like a glass vivarium. I've been using glass in aquariums for a bit. These guys have actually gone through a couple of different setups before I finally found out about these tubs and tried them out, and honestly, I like these the best. They really work great. Of course, we got that pair with that little baby in there right now. I believe we should be having an egg from that mom here pretty soon, and then we do have another pair on the other side that has not produced for me yet. However, you know, some of these things just take time, you know? I'm not gonna rush them, you know? Croc skinks don't fall in love in a day, people. It takes time, so I'll let them get their feelings attached and then go from there. Scoop myself a little bit over here. We can see this enclosure. Now, this enclosure holds, I'm so sorry, it's gonna be really dark because of the window. This enclosure holds my most expensive reptile out of everything I've ever owned. Of course, this is going to be the Super Ed Toki. For those of you that have not seen the Super Ed Toki, I will put the little card thing right there. My god, this thing is just incredible. This is an incredible looking gal. My favorite animal out of everyone, not just because she cost me a boatload of money, but just because she's gorgeous, man. Literally, she looks like the sun. She absolutely looks like the sun when fired up. It is, I cannot wait until this female is ready to breed and we can produce just some fantastic babies of my own. For anyone that wants to buy some Super Ed Tokis, I'm not selling any Super Ed Tokis for probably 5 years. I'm keeping all the babies, I'm growing them all out, and then I'm going to be producing just some crazy shit over the next 5 to 6 years. So if you're looking for a Super Ed Toki from me, don't look for me. Look for someone else. And coming up over here, we got a couple more little breeder bins. This one's holding Spots. Yes, the correct Spots, not the one that I mispronounced. This is going to be Spots. He is one of my male breeders. I'm going to be pairing him with Cookie, the one you saw a lot earlier in this video. And he produced some great Super Dows. He was actually the one that mated with Xena in 2019, which did produce some of those incredible ones, like that incredible Tiger Super Dow. A couple more over here is just going to be the Gargoyle female. That's the one that had those babies. Beautiful red stripe. I really love this gal. Again, I cannot wait to produce more Gargoyle Geckos, man. Gargoyle Geckos are definitely going to be a huge thing in 2021 to 2022. We're definitely going to get a lot more breeders because I'm in love with the species. I find them a lot more fun and interactive than my Crested Gecko projects, and I might be selling off that project in order to get more gargoyles for the Gargoyle project. Then just the last bin over here. If you guys have been a fan of the channel, you'll know this is Pebbles bin. Pebbles, of course, is the little favorite pet of the channel. I had her in a lot of my videos. However, she started pooping on me every time she was out and filming, and I'll just be honest, man, I just didn't want to get pooped on anymore, so I stopped taking her out for the videos. However, she's still doing fantastic in that setup. Eventually, we will be moving her. Actually, I do have it. It's out in the back in the other building. I have a 29-gallon tall. I'll be putting her in that, making a full bioactive build, and, you know, showing it along the way, like a step-by-step on how to make one. However, for now, she is just going to hang out in this 56-quart bin. And then coming down here, we have what was originally my most exciting project, which has now turned into my most frustrating project. That's going to be this Oddball, unknown morph, undetermined morph until I try to figure out, paired with this granite male. Now, I was really stoked for this because the granite isn't like a fully... it's not a proven gene yet, so there's a lot of people trying to work on it, including myself, and then Oddball is an unknown morph slash undetermined. In order to figure that out, I'll have to line breed her to see if I can prove out any morph or mutation that she has. However, they're not mating for me. This is Oddball's third or fourth male I've cycled through in the past year now, year and a half maybe, and just nothing. Nothing, man. It just a chance to produce the world's first tokay and put my name on it, and she's just not. She's like, nope, Dakota, I'm not gonna do that for you. Nope, you can bug off, my guy, because I'm not giving you eggs. It's definitely been frustrating is just the best word. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully she likes one male I put in there, because Jesus Christ, honestly, I'm running out of dudes to put inside this setup. But alright, we only have one enclosure left. Pretty much just all this stuff is just bug bins, lobster roaches, red runner roaches, and then crickets over here. But that still leaves us with... Wow, it's dark. Now it's bright. This grow tent right here. I have this light in the way. This grow tent. This is going to be a 3 foot by 2 foot by 5 foot, which currently houses one of my Quince monitors. This one was the first one that I ever bought. It's just an incredible animal. Did find out later on that this one is in fact a male. It is a high yellow from Nerd. I'm super excited to grow this guy out. Of course, we've got some more of those Quince babies in the building. We'll be talking about or taking a tour of that building later on in the week before I tear that one down as well. However, for now, I figured I'd start with this one and then end with that building. Yeah, Quince Monitor, incredible. I love Quince Monitors, and hopefully within the next, I want to say 4 years, we can grow these guys out, pair them off, see what the sexes are, and then try to my luck and try to producing some US captive bred Quince Monitors, because that'd be really cool. Alright guys, there you have it. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, I really want your opinion, because, I mean, my god, this is like a 17 to 20 minute video, however long it is, and you made it all the way to the end. So, what's your opinion today? What is your favorite animal out of this entire room? Was it that giant, there's no giant animals in here. Was it the giant expense I paid in order to get that super red tokay? Maybe the adorable blue tongue leopard gecko, gargoyle gecko, some tokays. It could be any one of them. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Leave me a comment down there. Your favorite reptile in this building. And as I end all of my videos, huge shout out to Zen Habitats. Yes, Zen Habitats. They are an aftermarket reptile enclosure maker. If you're not familiar, make some fantastic designs like this one right here. Wow, that's wicked cool. You should definitely get a Zen Habitats. They're a wicked awesome enclosure from a wicked awesome company. If you're interested, right down there in the description. Then speaking of the description, we've got a few more things down there. Of course, we got my Facebook, my Instagram, if you guys want to see some more pictures of these reptiles or potentially buy some from me. Of course, those gargoyle babies and those crested gecko babies will be on the list eventually, or already are. The crested geckos already are. I just can't sell them right now. Other than that, we got some stuff like merch. We got some awesome t-shirts. Definitely want to buy one of those, because t-shirts are cool and reptiles are cool. So if you put them together, that just means double the cool for a single amount of the money that you pay. That's right, folks. What a deal. And speaking of deals, we have Patreon. Patreon.com/GBCB Exotics. Oh man, where you get the up-to-date updates on all the breeding products I have going around, which, I mean, you know, tokay babies, the world's first stuff, potential Quince Monitor stuff. It's definitely something where you want to be first in line to see. You get a bunch of stuff on there, a bunch of different bonuses, even discounts on merch and discounts and first dibs on the reptiles I produce, if you're interested in that. So that's just as low as $1 a month. It's low. That's a low price. Alright, I've been filming too long when I start just doing voices. Alright, folks, that's gonna wrap it up for today. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, your name, if you're a Patreon member, also gets to be in the outro, the one that we are gonna roll right now.